Welcome to Starbound, where every star tells a story. Tiny humans, that's what the aliens call us. Well, what happens when aliens discover humanity's forgotten giant past? If you're not subscribed, check and make sure, because if you're not, do it. It's totally free. But now, let's get into the story. The Milky Way teemed with life, a sprawling tapestry of stars, planets, and civilizations. Among them, humanity had carved its niche, venturing beyond Earth's cradle to explore the vast expanse. But for all their technological prowess, humans remained the little guys of the galaxy, often overlooked and underestimated by their larger counterparts. The Onuarm, a race of towering beings with elongated limbs and bulbous eyes that glowed faintly in the dim light of the council chambers. Their skin, a mottled green and brown, shimmered like a chameleon's as they moved, and their voices resonated deeply, making the very air vibrate. Took particular amusement in humanity's stature. Their booming laughter echoed through the ornate galactic council chambers, a vast hall adorned with intricate murals depicting the galaxy's history. The high vaulted ceilings amplified their derisive mirth as they mocked the tiny humans and their minuscule ambitions, their voices bouncing off the polished marble floors and resonating through the room like thunder. "They dare to call themselves explorers," an Onuarm delegate once quipped. "Why, they could barely reach my knee." The humans, undeterred by such taunts, continued their explorations with unwavering determination. They established colonies on distant, uncharted planets, often braving hostile environments and unknown dangers. Trade routes flourished, connecting a network of human outposts that buzzed with the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures from across the galaxy. Yet, a lingering desire for recognition gnawed at them, a deep-seated yearning to prove their worth beyond their physical limitations. This desire was a constant undercurrent in every mission briefing, every launch into the unknown, and every diplomatic negotiation, driving them to push the boundaries of what was deemed possible. This desire found its most fervent champion in Dr. Thomas Ashton, a brilliant but eccentric scientist whose obsession with human enhancement bordered on the fanatical. His cluttered laboratory was filled with ancient tomes, strange artifacts, and cutting-edge technology, reflecting his relentless pursuit of knowledge. Ashton's eyes often gleamed with a manic light as he spoke of his theories, his passion evident in every fervent gesture and hurried note scribbled in his journals. Ashton believed that humanity's size was not a fixed constraint, but a challenge to be overcome. He spent countless hours in his dimly lit laboratory poring over ancient texts that chronicled forgotten alchemical practices and experimenting with exotic materials harvested from the farthest reaches of the galaxy. His lab was a chaotic blend of old and new, where arcane manuscripts lay side by side with advanced holographic interfaces, all part of his relentless search for a way to increase human stature. Ashton's breakthrough came in the form of a rare alloy discovered on a remote storm-lashed planet known for its treacherous terrain and volatile weather. The alloy, a silvery blue metal that shimmered with an otherworldly luminescence, had been unearthed deep within a network of caves guarded by hostile local fauna. Its properties were unlike anything seen before, capable of melding seamlessly with organic tissue and promoting rapid cellular regeneration and growth. This alloy, when combined with human tissue, could stimulate unprecedented growth, enhancing bone density and muscle mass while maintaining physiological integrity. Eager to test his discovery, Ashton became his own subject, meticulously preparing for the transformation. He spent weeks in isolation, carefully calibrating the fusion process to ensure the alloy integrated perfectly with his skeletal and muscular systems. The procedure, carried out in a sterile, high-tech chamber, was both excruciating and exhilarating. Ashton felt his bones stretch and thicken, his muscles swell with newfound strength, and his entire body hum with the power of the alloy coursing through his veins. The results were nothing short of miraculous. Ashton grew taller, his frame elongating gracefully as his bones strengthened and thickened. His muscles, once wiry and lean, expanded into powerful cords of sinew and strength, rendering him more resilient than any human before him. His skin took on a subtle metallic sheen, a testament to the alloy's integration, and his eyes sparkled with an intensity that spoke of newfound power and determination. He towered over his colleagues, his once slender frame transformed into a colossus of muscle and metal. News of Ashton's transformation spread like wildfire throughout the scientific community, igniting fervent debates in lecture halls and research institutions across the galaxy. Some hailed him as a visionary, a pioneer who would usher in a new era of human potential, while others expressed grave concerns, warning of the unforeseen consequences of tampering with the delicate balance of human biology. Some hailed him as a visionary, a pioneer who would usher in a new era of human potential. Others expressed concern, fearing the unforeseen consequences of tampering with human biology. Ashton, fueled by his success and the validation of his peers, continued his experiments, pushing the boundaries of human augmentation. He grew larger and stronger, becoming a symbol of human ambition and defiance against the perceived limitations of nature. However, Ashton's triumph was short-lived. As his body grew beyond its natural proportions, his organs struggled to keep pace. His heart strained under the increased workload, his lungs struggled to provide enough oxygen, and his digestive system faltered under the immense caloric demands of his gargantuan frame. Despite these setbacks, Ashton refused to abandon his quest. He modified his diet, developed custom-designed prosthetics to support his limbs, and even experimented with genetic engineering to enhance his organ function. But even with these interventions, his body continued to deteriorate. In the end, Ashton's ambition proved to be his undoing. His body, pushed beyond its limits, finally gave out. He collapsed in his laboratory, his giant frame succumbing to the ravages of time and biological strain. His experiment, once a beacon of hope, became a cautionary tale whispered among the scientific community. Ashton's story faded into obscurity, relegated to the annals of forgotten legends. His laboratory was sealed, his research buried, and his name erased from history books. The alloy he discovered was deemed too dangerous, its potential for misuse outweighing its potential benefits. Centuries passed, and humanity continued its journey among the stars. The Onuarm, ever keen to highlight human shortcomings, continued their mockery, their booming laughter echoing through the halls of galactic power. But fate, it seemed, had a different plan. During a routine archaeological expedition on the desolate planet of Ether, a team of Onuarm researchers stumbled upon a remarkable discovery. Ether, with its barren landscapes and howling winds, seemed an unlikely site for significant finds. Yet, deep within a hidden valley, they unearthed a colossal human skeleton, far larger than any they had ever encountered. The excavation was meticulous, with researchers brushing away centuries of dust and sediment to reveal bones fused with a strange metallic substance. The skeleton's size and composition defied their understanding, sparking immediate intrigue and bewilderment. The skeleton was remarkably well preserved, its bones fused with a strange metallic substance. The Onuarm scientists, intrigued and bewildered, carefully excavated the remains, their instruments humming with excitement. News of the discovery reached the highest echelons of Onuarm society, sparking a flurry of speculation and debate. Some dismissed it as a hoax, a crude attempt by humans to garner attention. Others saw it as a challenge to their preconceived notions about human potential. The Onuarm Council, eager to resolve the mystery, decided to reach out to the humans, requesting an explanation for the giant skeleton. The humans, initially hesitant to revisit a painful chapter in their history, eventually agreed to share the forgotten tale of Dr. Thomas Ashton. The Onuarm listened intently, their expressions shifting from amusement to fascination as the human delegates recounted Ashton's ambitious experiment. They were captivated by the tales of his early successes, awed by his transformation, and deeply moved by the account of his ultimate demise. The room was silent save for the humans' voices, each word painting a vivid picture of Ashton's journey and the profound implications of his work. They were fascinated by the human's audacity, his unwavering determination to overcome his perceived limitations. As the story unfolded, the Onuarm's mockery turned to awe, their laughter replaced by a newfound respect for human ingenuity and resilience. They realized that the humans, despite their small stature, possessed a spirit that transcended physical boundaries, a spirit that dared to dream big and challenge the status quo. The discovery of Ashton's skeleton marked a turning point in interspecies relations. The Onuarm, once dismissive of humans, began to see them as equals, worthy of respect and admiration. The two races embarked on a new era of cooperation, sharing knowledge, resources, and technology, united by a common desire to explore the wonders of the galaxy. As for Dr. Thomas Ashton, his name was restored to the history books. His legacy no longer a cautionary tale, but a testament to the indomitable human spirit. His skeleton, once a source of ridicule, became a symbol of human ambition, a reminder that even the smallest among us can achieve greatness. The Onuarm, once quick to mock humans for their size, learned a valuable lesson that day. Never underestimate the heart of a dreamer, for it is within those hearts that the seeds of greatness are sown. In the sprawling metropolis of New San Francisco, nestled amidst the towering skyscrapers and bustling thoroughfares, a nondescript office building housed the headquarters of the Galactic Archaeology Society. Within its hallowed halls, a diverse group of scientists, historians, and adventurers gathered to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos. Among them was Dr. Maya Patel, a young and ambitious archaeologist with a passion for uncovering the hidden truths of the past. Maya had always been fascinated by the stories of Dr. Ashton, the legendary human who had dared to challenge the limits of his own biology. She had spent countless hours studying his research, poring over his notes, and piecing together the fragments of his life. One day, as Maya was sifting through a dusty archive filled with relics of bygone eras, she stumbled upon a curious artifact, a small metallic object covered in intricate engravings that seemed to shimmer and shift in the dim light. The object was cool to the touch, and as she held it, she could feel a faint, rhythmic pulse, as if it were alive and attuned to some hidden cosmic rhythm. It was unlike anything she had ever seen before, and its energy signature pulsed with an otherworldly hum. Intrigued, Maya took the artifact to her lab and subjected it to a battery of tests. The results were astonishing. The object was not merely a relic of the past, but a functional piece of technology, a key to unlocking a hidden chapter in human history. Maya shared her discovery with her colleagues, and together they embarked on a quest to uncover the secrets of the artifact. Their journey led them to a forgotten corner of the galaxy, a desolate planet perpetually shrouded in swirling mists and haunted by the whispers of its long-lost inhabitants. The landscape was dotted with jagged rocks and ancient ruins, casting eerie shadows under the dim light of distant stars, and the air crackled with an energy that hinted at the planet's hidden secrets and lurking dangers. As they navigated the planet's treacherous surface, the team encountered a series of strange anomalies: sudden drops in temperature, inexplicable energy fluctuations, and eerie, otherworldly sounds that seemed to emanate from the very ground beneath their feet. The remnants of an ancient civilization were scattered across the landscape, with crumbling temples and broken statues hinting at a once great society now lost to time. Each discovery deepened the mystery and heightened their sense of anticipation. The clues they gathered pointed to a hidden facility where Dr. Ashton had conducted his most daring experiments. Driven by a thirst for knowledge and a desire to honor Ashton's legacy, Maya and her team ventured into the depths of the facility. They navigated labyrinthine corridors, deciphered cryptic symbols, and overcame treacherous traps. Along the way, they encountered remnants of Ashton's research, including prototypes of his alloy, experimental growth chambers, and even a preserved specimen of his own tissue. Each discovery brought them closer to understanding the full extent of Ashton's ambition and the tragic consequences of his quest. As they ventured deeper into the facility, a palpable sense of unease settled upon the team. The air grew cooler, the shadows longer, and an almost imperceptible hum filled the corridors, as if the facility itself were alive. The walls, covered in a faint luminescent moss, cast an eerie glow that flickered and danced with each step they took. The team moved cautiously, every creak and echo heightening their sense of foreboding. The air grew heavy, the silence broken only by the rhythmic hum of their equipment and the echoing drip of water from unseen sources. The corridors seemed to stretch endlessly, twisting and turning in a disorienting maze. Maya couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. She glanced over her shoulder, her eyes scanning the shadows for any sign of movement, but there was nothing. Only the oppressive silence and the cold, unyielding walls. "Dr. Patel," a voice crackled through her comm unit. "We're picking up some unusual readings ahead, energy signatures fluctuating wildly." It was Dr. Chen, the team's resident physicist and skeptic. He had always been wary of Maya's fascination with Dr. Ashton, dismissing it as a romantic obsession with a long-dead scientist, but even he couldn't deny the strange phenomena they were encountering. "What kind of energy signatures?" Maya asked, her heart pounding in her chest. "I'm not sure," Chen replied, his voice tense. "It's like nothing I've ever seen before. It's alive." The team exchanged uneasy glances, their hands tightening on their tools. They had come prepared for the unexpected, but the prospect of encountering something truly alien filled them with primal fear. As they rounded a corner, they were met with a sight that sent chills down their spines. A massive chamber stretched before them, its walls lined with glowing panels and intricate machinery. In the center of the chamber, suspended in a shimmering energy field, was a giant pod, its surface pulsing with an eerie light. Maya approached the pod cautiously, her eyes wide with wonder and trepidation. She could feel the energy emanating from it, a powerful and enigmatic force that seemed to beckon her closer. She reached out and touched the pod's surface, her fingers tingling with a strange, almost electric warmth. As she did, the energy field around the pod intensified, enveloping her in a brilliant, pulsating light. Inside, she was surrounded by a swirling vortex of colors and patterns, a mesmerizing display that seemed to stretch into infinity. The air thrummed with energy, and a voice, gentle yet commanding, echoed in her mind. When the light subsided, Maya found herself standing inside the pod, surrounded by a kaleidoscope of colors and patterns. The air thrummed with energy, and a voice echoed in her mind, a voice that seemed to speak from across the vastness of time and space. "Welcome, Maya Patel," the voice said, its tone both gentle and commanding. "I have been waiting for you." Maya's heart pounded in her chest as the voice reverberated through her mind. She had dreamed of this moment, of connecting with the legendary Dr. Ashton, but the reality was far more overwhelming than she had ever imagined. "Dr. Ashton?" she whispered, her voice barely audible above the thrum of energy. "Indeed," the voice replied. "Or rather, what remains of him." Maya's eyes darted around the pod, searching for any sign of the scientist, but all she could see were swirling patterns of light and energy, a mesmerizing display that seemed to defy the laws of physics. "Where are you?" she asked, her voice tinged with a mixture of awe and fear. "Everywhere and nowhere," the voice replied. "I'm the pod, the energy, the very essence of this place. I am the culmination of my life's work, the ultimate expression of my ambition." Maya struggled to comprehend the implications of Ashton's words. Was he speaking to her from beyond the grave? Had he somehow transcended the limitations of his physical body and become one with his creation? "What happened to you?" she asked, her voice trembling. "I achieved my goal," Ashton replied. "I surpassed the boundaries of human potential. But in doing so, I sacrificed my mortal form. My body could not contain the power I had unleashed." Maya's mind reeled. Ashton's story had always been one of tragedy, a cautionary tale of ambition gone awry. But now, hearing his words, she sensed a different truth, a truth that transcended the limitations of flesh and bone. "But you're still here," she said. "Your consciousness, your knowledge, your legacy." "Yes," Ashton agreed. "I have become something more than human, something beyond the constraints of time and space. I am a beacon of hope, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity." Maya felt a surge of inspiration, a renewed sense of purpose. Ashton's words resonated with her own deepest desires, her own yearning to push the boundaries of human knowledge and understanding. "What can I do?" she asked, her voice filled with determination. "Learn from my mistakes," Ashton replied. "Don't repeat my folly. Use my knowledge wisely, responsibly. Embrace your potential, but don't let it consume you." Maya nodded, her heart swelling with gratitude. She had found what she had been searching for, a connection to the past, a glimpse into the future. "Thank you, Dr. Ashton," she said. "I won't let you down." As Maya stepped out of the pod, the energy field dissipated, and the chamber returned to its former silence. She rejoined her team, her eyes sparkling with newfound wisdom. They had uncovered a hidden chapter in human history, a chapter that held both promise and peril. It was a chapter that would shape the future of humanity, a future where the boundaries of human potential were yet to be defined. The team emerged from the facility, their minds abuzz with the implications of their discovery. They had not found the answers they sought, but they had stumbled upon something far greater, a testament to the enduring spirit of human ambition and a glimpse into a future where the boundaries of human potential were yet to be defined. Upon their return to New San Francisco, Maya and her team presented their findings to the Galactic Archaeology Society. The news of Ashton's hidden laboratory and his enigmatic transformation sent shockwaves through the scientific community. The Onuarm, who had long ridiculed humans for their size, were forced to reconsider their assumptions. Intrigued by the humans' discovery, the Onuarm Council dispatched a delegation to New San Francisco to learn more about Ashton's research. The delegation, led by High Counselor Xylo, was met with a mixture of curiosity and skepticism by the human scientists. Xylo, a towering figure with wise eyes and a booming voice, addressed the gathered assembly. "We have come seeking answers," he said. "For centuries we have underestimated the potential of humanity. We have mocked your size, your ambitions, your very existence, but the discovery of Dr. Ashton's legacy has challenged our preconceived notions." The humans listened intently, their faces etched with a mixture of pride and apprehension. They had always yearned for recognition from their larger counterparts, but the Onuarm's sudden interest was both welcome and unsettling. "We have learned of Dr. Ashton's quest to transcend the limitations of his own biology," Xylo continued. "We have seen the evidence of his success, the remnants of his experiments, the echoes of his ambition. We are humbled by his audacity, his unwavering pursuit of knowledge." The Onuarm's words were met with a stunned silence. The humans had never expected such humility, such respect, from a race that had long dismissed them as insignificant. "We have come to learn from you," Xylo concluded. "We seek to understand the secrets of Dr. Ashton's research, not to exploit them, but to embrace the possibilities they offer. We believe that together, humans and Onuarm can achieve greatness beyond our wildest dreams." Maya stepped forward, her heart filled with hope and determination. "We are honored by your request, High Counselor Xylo," she said. "We are ready to share our knowledge, to collaborate, to forge a new path forward together." The Onuarm delegation and the human scientists formed a joint task force, pooling their resources and expertise to delve deeper into Ashton's research. They analyzed the alloy samples, studied the growth chambers, and deciphered the cryptic symbols that adorned the walls of the hidden facility. Their collaboration was not without its challenges. The Onuarm, accustomed to their towering stature and robust physiology, struggled to adapt to the human-sized tools and equipment. The humans, in turn, had to grapple with the Onuarm's complex cultural norms and their tendency to overthink even the simplest tasks. Despite these differences, a sense of camaraderie grew between the two species. They shared meals, stories, and even a few laughs at each other's expense. The Onuarm learned to appreciate the humans' ingenuity and resourcefulness, while the humans were impressed by the Onuarm's patience and methodical approach to problem-solving. As their understanding of Ashton's research deepened, a startling revelation emerged. The alloy Ashton had discovered was not merely a tool for physical enhancement, but a conduit for a form of energy previously unknown to science. This energy, dubbed Ashtonium in honor of its discoverer, seemed to possess limitless potential. The implications of this discovery were profound. Ashtonium could revolutionize energy production, transportation, and even medicine. It could unlock new frontiers in human exploration and advancement, propelling humanity to heights never before imagined. But with such power came great responsibility. The scientists knew that Ashtonium could also be weaponized, used to create devastating weapons of mass destruction. They had a moral obligation to ensure that this newfound energy was used for good, not for ill. The Onuarm, who had witnessed firsthand the destructive potential of unchecked ambition, were particularly wary of the risks associated with Ashtonium. They proposed a joint initiative to establish ethical guidelines for its use, ensuring that it remained a tool for progress, not a weapon of war. The humans readily agreed. They had learned from Ashton's mistakes, the dangers of unchecked ambition, and the importance of responsible innovation. They were determined to harness the power of Ashtonium for the betterment of all sentient beings, not just for the glory of humanity. The joint task force, now united by a common purpose, embarked on a mission to share their knowledge with the rest of the galaxy. They traveled to distant planets, met with representatives of different species, and presented their findings at galactic conferences. Their message was clear. Ashtonium was a gift, a tool for progress, but it must be used wisely and responsibly. They called for collaboration, for a shared commitment to harnessing this newfound energy for the good of all. The galaxy listened, though not without skepticism. Many were wary of the potential dangers of Ashtonium, fearing its misuse as a weapon of mass destruction. But others were inspired, eager to explore the possibilities it offered. Galactic conferences buzzed with fervent debates as representatives from various species weighed the risks and rewards. Research alliances formed, dedicated to developing safe and sustainable applications of Ashtonium. This new era of scientific cooperation marked a turning point, with researchers from across the galaxy uniting to unlock the mysteries of Ashtonium while ensuring its power was used responsibly. Many were skeptical, wary of the potential dangers of Ashtonium, but others were inspired, eager to embrace the possibilities it offered. A new era of scientific cooperation dawned as researchers from different species came together to explore the mysteries of Ashtonium and develop safe and sustainable ways to utilize its power. The Onuarm, once dismissive of humans, became their staunch allies. Towering figures with wise eyes and booming voices stood shoulder to shoulder with their smaller counterparts, united by a common goal. Initial interactions were fraught with cultural misunderstandings as the Onuarm struggled to adapt to human-sized tools and equipment, while humans grappled with the Onuarm's complex social norms and methodical approach to problem-solving. Yet, through shared meals, stories, and collaborative projects, a sense of camaraderie blossomed. They learned to appreciate each other's strengths, humans for their ingenuity and resourcefulness, and Onuarm for their patience and thoroughness. Together they forged a new path forward, a path that led to a brighter future for all. The legacy of Dr. Thomas Ashton, once a tragic tale of ambition gone awry, was transformed into a symbol of hope and progress. His quest for greatness had ultimately led to a greater understanding between species, a shared commitment to responsible innovation, and a renewed sense of purpose for all sentient beings in the galaxy.